when Bob and Johanna started asking us, can you talk about participant management as you've been growing? How do you take a race that did 150 people in the first year and is now doing 500 people in the second year or the third year? How do you manage those participants and manage that growth? One of the things that I think anybody who's been in business for any period of time would say is standard operating procedures, right? Have a certain way that you do things, be able to communicate that to your staff and your volunteers. And so James and I have actually sat down on many occasions and said, we're just kind of flying by the seat of our pants on some of these things. We need to make some decisions and have a rule or a way to do things and really starting to standardize some of the things that we do. So that's important to us. And then finally, a couple things that make 3W races unique from some of the other race companies in our area. Number one, and James has already mentioned this, we do what we say we're going to do. That's it. When we tell a client we're going to do something, we tell a racer we're going to do something, we say we're going to have gender-specific t-shirts, guess what? We have gender-specific t-shirts. If we say the race starts at 9 a.m., guess what? The race starts at 9 a.m. If we say that there's going to be beer after the race, there's beer after the race. So we do what we say we're going to do, and that has helped us manage our participants over time and helped us sustain our business. The second thing, racers have bought into our model of doing races. And when we first started and we were putting on a race that had 100 and 150 people in it, you guys know you're not making a lot of money off of that race. And so there's some charities that we worked with that we didn't have tons of money to put into the charity, and even we were giving away our sponsorships, right? So some of you are going, well, my charity would make money off of sponsorship dollars. Well, we didn't have any sponsorship dollars. So we had charities that said, you know what, we don't need any money from you. We'll be associated with you and we'll promote you guys. We think that's fantastic. We'll collect those in-kind donations on race day. So in our very first race, continuing all the way up until today, every race that we're managing or that we're producing, we collect in-kind donations because in addition to money, it gives us that tangible response that the runners say, this race is about something. To give you an example, there is a girls' home in Louisville, Colorado. It's called Heritage House. There's 12, anywhere between 8 to 14, but 12 teenage girls that live there on any given time. And these are high-risk girls. For whatever reason, either there was some kind of abuse going on in their home or they ran away from it, whatever it is, these girls live in this house. We partner with that particular Heritage House, and we say, okay, you've got a household of 12 teenage girls. Those of you that know teenage girls, they go through a lot of product, right? So there's some things that house needed. So we did a drive for them where we said, racers, come to the race, bring toilet paper, bring shampoo, bring tampons, bring tissue. Bring those things to the race. We'll give you some raffle tickets and give away some sponsor goodies and those kind of things. Well, the two people that manage and oversee this house came to pick up all of the things that had, in-kind donations that had been brought for the Heritage House. They filled up their Ford F-150 twice with all of the goods that had been brought from the race. And the woman who oversees the house was in tears about it. And she's like, this has made such an impact on the girls in the house because they feel like they're not forgotten. They feel like people know about them and they're not forgotten. So it's not anything for us to see race day pictures. People are walking up to the race, getting their bib number, holding the thing of toilet paper in their arm, right? That's what our racers do. That's kind of the mark that we've made in our community. So what James and I have found is sometimes we'll go support another race. Maybe we're just timing it, or maybe we're just there to set up their course for them. But other racers have heard that 3W is associated with that race. They've shown up at the race with bags of food, with toilet paper, things like that. And the other race directors have come to us saying, do you know what to do with these items? We're like, yeah, we'll take them to Growing Home. We'll take them to Heritage's house. We've got that connection to do it. So we've really seen that racers have bought into that. And then because we do what we say we're going to do, and because we've partnered with some really great charity organizations like that, humanitarian-based, racers love it. The third unique thing that we do that really helps us manage our organization overall is having an ambassador program. I'm going to let James talk about our ambassadors. It was originally his idea to use an ambassador program, and it has been more successful than I ever thought that it would be. So I'm going to let James talk about that, and then of course we'll be around this afternoon to answer questions as well.